When we want to create a part in Inventor, there's a couple of ways we can do it. If we're on the home screen here, we can simply come up to the new window and choose new part. Or we can come up here to the top toolbar and look at this little sheet here. And if we click the little arrow beside it, we can quickly access all the things that we might need to use. This is a nifty way to get used to using it, because when we're drawing parts and making multiple parts, this would be the quickest way to open them. So we go ahead and click on part and give Inventor a second to open that up for us. Once that's loaded, we're entered into the 3D modeling environment. To create our part, the first thing we need to do is create a sketch. So if we have a look at the ribbon up here, you can see lots of different things that we can choose from, but we can't use any of these things until we have done that sketch. So the button we need is over here on the left, and you'll notice that there's two parts to this button. If I click on the words at the bottom, I can choose from two options: Start 2D Sketch or Start 3D Sketch. We'll just be using 2D sketches for most of the things we do here. So we can go ahead and click on that there, or the quicker way is just to come up and make sure we're clicking on the icon rather than the words, and that'll take us straight into the 2D sketch. What we're presented with now is a series of planes, and as you can see there, it wants us to select a plane to create a sketch. Depending on what you're doing, you might want to think about what plane you're drawing on, so that way when you're making assembly, everything goes together and is oriented the same direction. Or if you're not sure, you can just go ahead and choose any of the planes to start off with. Once you've clicked on the plane, you'll be taken to the screen where we can start using the sketching tools. Some of the things that you might want to play around with before we get into sketching are the camera controls over on the right hand side of the page here. We can change our view on the view cube. However, we're in a 2D mode, so we don't want to be playing with that too much. But what we might want to be playing with is the hand tool. So if I click on that, my cursor changes to a hand, so now I can left click and drag this around, so that way I can get a better view and give myself some more space of where I might be drawing. I can use the zoom tool. At the moment it's set to zoom all, so if I click on that, I zoom out so everything is visible. That also has a little menu option here, so if I click on that, you can see there I can zoom manually. I can zoom a window, so I can click and drag and it will zoom to that window that I drew. There's also a free orbit tool. Again, we're in the 2D sketch environment, so we don't want to be playing with that, but that might be handy when we're drawing 3D. So there's a little overview of how to navigate while we're on this screen, and now we're ready to start doing our sketch.